Hello and welcome to the NoobTube YouTube channel for day 95, 3 December 2022. This was a Saturday. So I started the morning off with my exercise. I did 45 minutes and then the 5-minute jog, including in that 45 minutes. And then I was working on getting a new lead source, signing up for a new lead source. So um, in the last 24 hours, I will admit that I have been very, very upset with the lead vendor that I had. It's very disappointing and upsetting because actually really did like the leads. The leads were really good quality. Um, so that situation where what I think happened was I stumbled onto the fact that I had asked for a recording. That's what um, made all this happen. I had asked for a recording of a lead because the lead had spam in the email. And the guy who was the owner answered the support chat when because I typed in my request. I said, "Hey, can I get a copy of this recording? There's a spam in the email." And he's like, "What are you doing emailing them? You shouldn't be emailing them. Haven't you read the PDF that I have?" And it spiraled out of control from there. Um, I don't think I did anything wrong. I merely was asking for the video, and then I also asked if I could pause the leads because you could do that with other campaigns. In this club that they had, you couldn't do that. So you couldn't pause the leads. And then I had asked for a recording. I didn't ask rudely or disrespectfully or anything. I just asked, if I could have a recording. I hit a nerve because the guy had thought, this guy's a real hothead. The guy had thought that I was complaining or something, and it wasn't that at all. I was just interested in hearing the recording. Now, they advertise recording, and they put them. Not only that, they have it on several places on their website, and then they have like a competitor comparison, them versus us, and they even put it like in the little thing, like all calls are recorded and available upon requests, and their competitors don't offer that, and that's what they say that they do, and that they say that they do the interviews and the competitors have bots that do the interviews. So, you know, it doesn't really matter. If the leads are good, the leads are good. Whether it's a person calling them or a bot calling them, half the time these days, with voice actuated um, technology, sometimes you don't even know if you're talking to a machine or not. It's getting that good. So I digress. So I had I had asked for this, and what I read online from other places, deep, delving into this further, was that that may not be true. That that these calls may not be live answered, or they may not be recorded, or something. There's something there because there are reviews, a lot of bad reviews for this company that I just left, and and they say the same thing. And some guy even had screenshots of his statements. Him and this owner living overseas. Um, you know, so it really and it's just like at least the other guy, they really had a bad exchange. I mean, mine was kind of docile, but this guy was really hot-headed. He revoked my access. He kicked me off. He gave me a refund. I guess I should be happy to have the refund. Um, I am owed other leads, though. I had other campaigns that I had paused, so I'm owed other leads. And even though he gave me a refund, I still didn't get everything that I had paid for because I had a part of that club was to get a Zoom call. A part of that club was to get the recording that I had asked for upon request. Um, so I didn't get what I paid for, and I didn't, I have other things that's owed, and I'm out. I would say that I lost like $250. Now I have some of the leads, that I did get. It is true. I can still work some of those leads that I did get. They're still good leads. We're following up on those leads, and some of them were good, and some of them might actually turn into actual business partners. But the relationship has been permanently severed. So he kicked me off, and I wouldn't want to be a part of that company anymore either. It's a mutual thing at this point. There is a very big part of me that has a lot of pride in this and says, it's the principle of the thing, and I should go out and make lots of reviews on this company, and I should sue this guy because this guy's, even though he is a foreigner living in another foreign country, so he's a foreigner living in another foreign country, his corporation is in Florida. I mean, he's incorporated in another state, and then his legal address is in Florida, and it's actually where my mother lives. I live in Central Florida. My mother lives elsewhere in Florida, but I could sue this guy. I could take this guy to small claims court. I could file disputes on my credit card. I could leave lots of reviews, but this is something that I've been working on with my coach. It's forgiveness, and it's not the principle of the thing, and life is just simply unfair. And if we try to make life fair when life is not fair, we're going to come up. It's going to get even more unfair. So instead of focusing my time and my energy on this hothead, I signed up with another lead company. I should be back in business on Monday. I have more new leads with a new relationship. I think this was a one-off situation that just is an unfortunate situation, and it's just part of life. Shit's gonna happen. You're not gonna please everybody. You're not going to make everybody happy. So I'm going to take the high road on this one and just let it go. I'm just going to let it go and just say, hey, life is not fair. It's never been meant to be fair, but it's all about how we respond to these situations that really make us, make us who we are. So, I like with Jeffrey Combs. Do you want to be right or do you want to be rich? Because you can't be both. If you want to be rich, then you have to give up the need to be right. And what's right would be to get my money back and really show this guy and another thing that with this guy was that he had claimed that one of his competitors that I signed up for, because I joined this other company that has the side-by-side comparison. He says that the other company on his website says that the other company uses bots, and that other company says no, says that they do live answers. So if I wanted to cause trouble, I could go to the new company and say, hey, I think that's defamation. I think that you're being defamed. You know what? It's not worth it. I'm just gonna okay, fine. You got $200 out of me that you didn't deserve. I know that I've gotten $200 from other places that I didn't deserve. Um, it's just life. So the good book says, one of the passages in the Bible, it says that vengeance is mine and I will repay. So you just put it in God's hands and just say, hey, God, handle this. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to ruminate over it. I don't want to plan it, because this is the old me. This is the old version 1 of me, would be to wouldn't let it go. I have to be right, and I have to no, I was wrong, and I'm gonna show that mother f what time it is and all that. But you know what? It's not worth it. He's not worth it. I need to just I just need to just move on and just work on my business and focus on there's people out there that need to hear what I have to say. They need to hear the opportunity that I have. And if I'm so in the weeds with these trivial things, I'm not going to have the mental energy to do it. So I'm going to let go. Just say, okay, you know what, all right. I'm going to focus not on the $200 I lost, but the money that I can potentially make, and that's what it is. So and I should know better. I've lived all over the world. I used to live in Africa, and I would see people who never ever had any break in their life. They work from the moment they're born. Every day is a struggle for them from the moment they're born to the day they die. Um, you know, their goal is just to survive, and these are some of the hardest working people you'll ever meet. And it's like life is definitely not fair. We complain about our situation. Well, there's other people in the world that have it way worse than we have. So, um, you know, Mr. Lead Vendor, you win. You can go ahead and win. I'm going to go ahead and be rich. I'm working on that. That's going to happen because I'm in that mental space where I'm going to be focused on doing what I need to do. So I did sign up with a new lead source, as I indicated, and I'm hopeful that that's going to work out, and maybe it'll even work out better. And I've learned from this situation, and yeah, so that's just it's just a part of the cost of being in business. So I also had my coaching session, my weekly coaching session with Jeffrey Combs, and that was a good session. And Jeffrey Combs also said that I didn't do anything to attract this. This guy was just being a jerk. And okay, so it's gone. It's over. After today, I'm no longer going to put this out of my mind, and I'm not going to think about it anymore because he's not worth it, and the situation's not worth it, and there's nothing I need to do. I'm not going to try to get even. I'm not going to nothing. I'm focused now on being signed up with a new lead source and calling these leads and giving them my very best and helping them achieve their goals. And when I help them achieve their goals, then I will achieve my goals. So that's how that works. So then, besides that, after that, I did my Remote Wellness Academy, my third and final call with Josie. So, it's been a very time-intensive process, but we've been really knocking it out these last couple of days because we've been cutting a little bit shorter, but generally it's like an hour, for on my side, an hour on her side, making where we swap being coach and client. We take turns practicing our coaching session. We did number 3, and then we had to make thank you videos to each other, and there's a lot of administrative work with that. So that's a pretty big thing, but we got through it. It was very nice working with her, and so that that's in the books. That's done. I'm happy making progress, and I think in these practice calls, finding a partner who's at the same stage as you are when you're going through the program, it can slow down quite a bit. So I found someone who is just as eager to get through this as I am, so that we can get on to actually doing this for real and having coaching clients. I'm looking forward to doing that. So that's done. That was a good session. And then finally finished up doing a little bit of work with books. This is the time to buy books right now in December, so I'm making it a point to buy books. So I did a little bit of work with books, and that was my day for Saturday, December 3rd, day 95. If you have any questions, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you tomorrow.